Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of ForgeCraft The Modpack with me, TechnoJock. We start off this episode with a shout out to Stalker VTid. Hope I'm getting your name right there, Stalker, but thank you very much for your comments. After the events of last episode and getting my flying ring, I was wondering what to do next, and Stalker helpfully suggested that perhaps going to the deep dark might be an idea, because I was thinking about making a quarry. Now, Stalker rightly says if you ain't going to go big, you may as well go home. So rather than making an ender quarry, which, let's face it, isn't the most taxing thing in the world, I figured let's make ourselves a frame quarry. The frame quarries that have been popularised, if not invented, by Darwolf20 are very efficient, but lacking in one area which I may be able to improve upon. So certainly we'll get ourselves an awful lot of resources and fuel for this thing, and we can perhaps move on to something a little bit more versatile than that. If we get ourselves a decent AE system up and running, we can auto-craft stuff and not rely on that as much. But first we have to get to the Deep Dark itself, which I have been preparing for. We've got ourselves a little cobble gen down there, which is feeding into this machine inventory manager, just making ourselves lots of nice lovely cobble. So let's get actually let's take all this stuff here, because we're going to need fuel for our tablet here, some EMC, so we need to have one of them and 4 of them for our actual portal. And then we need 4 iron and diamonds as well, like that. Now let's get at this. Now this will be the 4th time I have recorded this. What I will say is we are making funky locomotion things. Do not make these wrenches. Each time I have crashed and corrupted my world. Be very careful. Make sure you have a backup before you try anything. Now, it's possible there might be an update coming up that will fix this, or there's something peculiar with my setup that's doing it, but I would strongly suggest backing up your world before making a wrench or an iWrench. Because all 3 times I have created one of these and then gone to equip it, it has corrupted my world. And it took me obviously a couple of times before I realised what it was I was doing that was causing the issue. So I shall not be making one of them this time round, that's for sure. But let's see if we can do this without killing ourselves. So let's do that, and that, and yes, we have our portal to the Deep Dark, which I think the best place for that, I think, would be to make ourselves another level up here, that we have a portal room, a teleportation sort of room, and I'll put it up there. But for the time being, I shall keep it in my big bag of stuff. And I'm going to clear this out because I was going to be making something else, but I shall clear this because we're going to need it in just a moment for making a bunch of other stuff. So we'll keep that for later. I'm going to put this stuff in there. And what else are we going to need? We're going to need Enderium. We're going to need a fair bit of Enderium. Let's see. That would be enough for 3 tesseracts, wouldn't it? And then we need... yeah, let's do that. And I think we're going to need a lot more pyrotheum. No, I can't do that. Let's go redstone. Gonna get 32 redstone. Gonna make myself a stack of pyrotheum dust. And I need blaze powder, which I can get there. Let's get this done, and let's get some sulfur as well. And coal dust, isn't it? Pulverized coal, perfect. So with 32 of this, it makes double amount, so we will have, oh, I may as well just do it here. Let's do pyrithium dust like that. Boom. And we have 64. Perfect. So if we go over here, we can pop that in there. Let's pop that there. And we'll easily cook up a nice big batch of Enderium. Because we need to have tesseracts, and in fact, if I take these away here, we'll need some of the frame pushers as well, which take a little bit of Enderium to make them as well. Let's do funky. So if we have a look at these, we need Enderium nuggets over the top, plus the other stuff. So we also need ender pearls, and we'll need, let's just make 2 tesseracts at the moment, so that'll take that. And we'll need diamonds, so we'll need 2 for the tesseracts, and we'll also need for the frame pushers, so we'll need 2 for those as well. We will need hardened glass. We'll need 8 of that. For that, that'll be fine. And we'll also need ingots. Ingots we will require, we will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 silver and 8 bronze for our tesseracts once we've filled up the frames. And we will need 8 of these tin for making tin gears for the machine frame. We'll need iron ingots for each of those machine frames as well, and we'll need some glass. 8 glass for those. What else do we need? We've got the diamonds. For those we need the invar. And so we need 8 more invar for those. Okay, by now our Enderium should be done. We can melt down our ender pearls. Perfect, and let's make our frames. Like that. Like that, they're done, and pop those in there. Let's put our 2 iron for our gears in there, and put our glass around that. With our iron around that gives us our machine frames. We'll go like that and do 2 of those with those, that there like that, and that gives us our frame pushers. Excellent. That should be just about done, and we can go like this with our silver there and our bronze round it like that. Gives us our first tesseract, and this one, brilliant. Fantastic timing, thank you very much. Tesseract frame in there, boom, done and done. So, next up, some frame blocks and also some conduits. So, I think if we get invar from here, let's get ourselves a fair bit of this. That should do just now. I haven't really counted that out, but it doesn't matter. Like that, and if we do that as well, that's a good number of frames to work with just now. Now, the $64 million question is, can I use this wrench? Yes, I can. Excellent. That is fine. I don't really mind not having this fancy Funky Locomotion Wrench if I've got that one. It would have been nice because it does some cool stuff when you're holding it. If you've got problems, moving frames, it'll kind of show you why. But let's see if we can put that one up like that, and we put a frame block on it. Now I'm never quite sure how these turn. Well, that goes fine, like that, and now we've got to kind of show how it'll make an inchworm drive. So button, and yeah. So if we have our power source, there we go, receiving, doesn't really matter about that, and we put a button on there, boop, it pushes it along. Fantastic, brilliant, excellent, job's a good one. Now, if we have like that, and the thing is we need to take this off and go like that. Now when we push it, it'll push that along. Now, that's fine, brilliant. And if I now come along like this, and we do something similar on this bit, like that, and maybe we should have got another button, we can, this is just a proof of concept at the moment. I'm always a little bit, I've done this a few times and I'm always a little bit wary about how I do it. There we go, perfect. Now obviously this one wasn't attached to anything, but this one was, and also our button fell off because it was just attached to the back of the thing, and we don't actually want two tesseracts on this thing. In fact, in here I have some conduit that will do the job nicely, and we can go like that, and that will power both of these. Now if I put that on there, it's not going to do anything. Okay, and that pushes that along there. Perfect. So push, no, doesn't do anything. Okay, so we're going to need to address how we do our redstone signal to push it along, but that's the basics of our caterpillar drive, as it's termed. So this one pushes this along, which drags this one along behind it. So as you can see, why it might be called a caterpillar drive or inchworm drive. So we will be making that later on in the deep dark. What else do we need? We also need, let's put some of this stuff away. What else do we need? We need thinking of the word. Mining wells. Mining wells take iron and redstone. Now I'm going to start off with 8 for the first bit. So if I do iron, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a raft of this stuff. Yeah, I'll probably do. Oh, and we need iron gears as well, so that probably won't do, because we need to do that. Exchange, it does have exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm not going to bother learning it because, quite frankly, why would you? Let's do this, and I guess it's enough for 4. And we need more iron. And there we go, that's plenty. 5, 6, So, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Let's learn that. Let's put that back in as... no, not that. That back in there. We can quickly consolidate that down a little bit more as well. Let's get rid of some of that. So we've got 8 mining wells. We've got some frame blocks. It's not going to be nearly enough. And what I want to do is to transfer the power to the mining wells. I'm not going to use the normal conduit wrench. Have I done with it? Oh, there it is. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use what is it? Kinesis? Gold kinesis pipe. So which is gold transport pipe, which is gold and glass, to make 8 of them. So I'm going to need to do more than that. I need gold. I need glass. Like that, and I need redstone. And I need a bit of that. So, like that, and like that gives me plenty of that. And yeah, I may as well get the other ones done as well. And that should allow then this to transfer don't particularly want to test it out here. Okay. What I want to do is I want to also build gates onto this thing, but I just bear with me a second. Okay, as I feared, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make myself an assembly table. So next step is to build one of these. So we need diamond gear, which is gold gear, which is an iron gear. So iron gear with gold and then diamond. First off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the iron gear. Then we need gold, 4 for that, and then the diamond one. And then if we go like that, that has a value. That does not. And I presume then that this does not either. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame, but never mind. And then we need another diamond, redstone, and obsidian. So diamond, redstone, and obsidian. And not that. There we go. One assembly table. Now we need lasers to go with that as well. It's that one. And we need 2 diamonds, obsidian, and redstone, and that does have an energy value. So 2 diamonds, wasn't it? Yep. Redstone. And obsidian. And I think that means I can go like that and get that, and then I can learn that one. So we're going to need power for these, aren't we? We need to power these up over at the factory room. And I think 6 will be sufficient for the time being. So I don't think we need to power the base. I think here. And how am I going to get the power to them? We're going to need to rip a hole in the wall, aren't we? So So we need to power it from this power conduit, so we need more conduits going over there. Yeah, more conduits going over there, like this, and like this, and then we'll go up the wall, like this. That will be fine. So we need to paint some of the conduit stuffy with our brick. Oh, just realised something, yeah. That's going to mess up the outside here, isn't it? Okay, so we'll need to go... Don't particularly want to have that there then, do I? I can go up that bit of the wall, but not that bit. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, so we can have our conduit coming up there and going along there. Yeah, that'll work. But that does mean then... Oh, let's just fly. That's why we've got the ring. Let's have a look. So we can have them there. I suppose I can put two up there, like that, and then I can move this over a little bit, like that. Not ideal, but it will work for the time being. So put those in there. And we need to get more conduit, so conduit, we need vibrant alloy. I think I have some vibrant alloy. Yes, I do. So I've got an abundance of vibrant alloy, and I think I have an abundance of... Yes, I do. Put that stuff in there. Let's go like that. And like that. There we go. I think I might need to dig up some more stuff around here though, because I don't think all of this stuff has been upgraded yet. No. Okay, I'll worry about that in a second. And now we run it up the wall. Let's go outside. And of course it's raining. And if I take this one away and this one away, right, let's go and get our facades and put that on. And also we need 6 for outside, don't we? And we need conduit facades painted as clay as well for in here. So let's do 6 for outside. And go around here and go like that. That looks good. You'd never know. And we can fill in the floor around here as well with these ones and go, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. We're going to need more facades, but that's fine. We've got plenty of this stuff to make more facades. Say hello to Calypso, he's saying hello to everybody. And then that will be good in here. Whilst that's doing, let's quickly take this up. And in fact, why don't we just like this, and like that, and then we can go Apologies for the noise, the cat has just decided to chase his tail around the room. And there we go, we've got that sorted out. So now we have a powered... I think that's that sorted out. I don't think we need to have that powered. Now we need to make ourselves gates. Or a gate, basic gate I think it is that I need for this. So we need a redstone chipset, which is just redstone. And we need redstone wire, which is iron ingot, redstone and red dye. Now the red dye I think that we can make from red flowers, which we don't have here. Oh, I've got redstone on me, we can test this just now quickly. Make that. Oh excellent, that's going to work. All the lasers kick in and blue shows that they're being efficient. And green, blue, everything's blue, and it's making the redstone chipset for us. Perfect, excellent, fantastic. So that's good. So we need to go and find ourselves some red flowers, like that one, and if we make ourselves some rose red from a poppy, which seems counterintuitive. Oh, we've already got that. So we need more redstone and iron. One iron. I think we only need the one gate to be able to do this anyway. That has popped off the redstone chipset, that's fine. And now we need that with that and that. Now we need that. Boom! Straight away. Brilliant, fantastic. And now I think we put that and that in there and we make a basic gate. And it's quickly working up that way. Bingo. Right, so we have ourselves a basic gate that can go on our golden kinesis pipe, that can go onto our mining well, which can go onto our frame quarry, which can move along, and we have tesseracts to power it. So that takes us up to the wrapping up point for this episode. Next episode we're going to actually start building this thing. We're not going to go to the deep dark yet. We're going to build this thing out the back where we can tear up the landscape a little bit, but not too badly, that it's not going to completely mar our the cat's gone mad. It's not going to completely mar our landscape around about us, but we can at least do a test run and make sure that things work with this gate. So until the next time, bye bye and have a funs.